Wednesday, May 7th, just following up on the SPY. I discussed how I bought some calls here after it took out liquidity to the downside, taking out the first bar of the day low and then kind of getting the green 2-up bar. It's now following through a little higher as expected on this overall choppy inside day right before the Fed announcement. It's just a question of how aggressive you want to be holding through that announcement in terms of the context that you still expect in the big picture on the weekly chart to head higher and take out the high of the previous week after all this dust settles. But anyway, for me, I'm going to be a little more conservative. Just decided to scale out about the 550 calls as described at 1133. I just scaled out at 1230, a point higher. They're asking 1256 right now. So if you want to kind of treat it as a base hit type of game before the announcement and wait and see what happens, fine. If you want to watch it, to me, I'm going to watch the price action real closely as we get to that announcement and see what happens. And then, of course, I guess there's discussion after that. So there'll be some volatility maybe in the afternoon, but I still think the context here, and I described it, we have 3 days here of kind of just consolidation and an overall uptrend where we expect the highs of the previous week to still be tested, especially on this inside day, as I discussed kind of on the pre-open analysis. Once I see inside price action, that usually is what I'm looking for failures in that environment. And the failure today was taking out the first bar low and thinking that was a new strong move to the downside. Instead, it reverses and comes to the upside. Same thing with the early move to the upside. You had about an hour, if you would have bought it here above that first bar high to kind of watch it. It wasn't really following through all that strong. So not surprising that when you got the 2 down bar after an hour, it then came through the halfway point of that first bar, took out those lows, but we're bouncing all over the place in here, before the announcement. So anyway, that's why with the context higher and taking out liquidity to the downside, not seeing that strong follow through, seeing the reversal back up, I thought, I would see this type of price action here, at least short run. And to me, it's probably a good big picture kind of opportunity here to buy these calls for an eventual resolve, price that will resolve to the upside and get a 2-up day and work towards that weekly high. So until proven otherwise, I'm still biased that way. I've been biased that way the last 2 days. There's been some good opportunities in the morning to kind of buy these moves. They're not following through all that much yet. Maybe it's been just waiting for the Wednesday announcement here before it really wants to make its move. But a lot of times, that news stuff is just kind of a distraction relative to what's really happening overall. And what's happening overall, until proven otherwise, is we're heading higher here. So even these last 2 days that are just consolidating, and today inside, I still am anticipating that move higher. And that's why I wanted to kind of on the inside bar buy some liquidity down here that then reversed a little bit, and now you're getting the the resumption to the upside. So we'll see what happens here at the Fed announcement. We'll do an end of the day recap on the SPY.